about the production from the edge rushers so far this season? And along with that, how's Cam Fountain's development going in practice?
Cam Fountain's been doing great. He's a guy that's put on a lot of size. We're playing him all across the front. I think he's been doing great. Edge guys, they've been getting better and better each week. There's more than one way to affect the quarterback. It doesn't have to be just sacks. It can be taking him off of his spot, compressing the pocket. So it's something that we need to get better at, but I think we're going in the right direction.
How do you weigh pressure versus sacks over the course of the game?
I just look at it as affecting the quarterback. Obviously, you want to get as many sacks as you can, but then you also look at, okay, what are different ways you can affect him? You can affect him with disguise. You can affect him with, again, getting him off of his spot, by getting pressure in his face, by getting him to flush to a certain side.
How does Rajon redshirting affect Anthony Beaver's role at all?
Tone is a versatile guy. He obviously plays safety. He's played nickel. We're playing him at some Sam. He's going to play some will. He's kind of a guy that has the athletic ability to play a bunch of different spots, and he's smart. So, the more he can do, the better.
From your perspective, how did he earn a captain role last week?
From the day I got the job here, he was a guy that has had a big influence on this team. The players in the locker room absolutely love him, and he does everything exactly how it's supposed to be done.
Your defense has proven pretty adept at adjusting going into second halves over the course of the last 2 seasons. I know we've asked about your influences quite a bit, but anyone while you've been coaching who you've kind of seen, as a coach, make really effective adjustments, someone you can look to in that regard?
Every coach I've been with has been a little bit different, so I've kind of tried to learn different things from each of them. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the players. They have to take the coaching, they have to have the right mindset coming out of halftime, and they have to go out there and make the plays, and our guys have been doing a great job of that.
From your perspective, where were the biggest differences coming out of that first half into the second half against Wisconsin?
Big plays. You look at the double move, they went for a touchdown. There was a back shoulder fade. There was a sudden change that we gave up a 15-yard run. It just big plays. If you take out those big plays, the first half and the second half aren't that different.
Where are the 2 true freshman linebackers in terms of kind of ready to contribute at this point on defense?
They're getting better and better. Desmond and Newbie both on special teams, and then they'll be getting more reps in defense as the season goes.
What do you see from Zion Branch, and how valuable is it to have such a talented guy be a reserve right now?
Physicality. He made some impressive tackles. He was communicating. He played fast. For a guy that wasn't here at all in the spring, he's been in and out of camp because he had some dings. I thought he did an outstanding job, and so did Bryson Shaw also.
It seems like Minnesota likes to use pre-snap motion. How important is communication this week against them?
It's huge. They motion a lot, and they do it in different personnel packages. So it's not like we'll just have the same 11 guys out there. We'll be in base, we'll be in Trojans, so we have to make sure that we're all on the same page.
What does Zion kind of need to show to continue just carving out a role, whether or not Achilles back, kind of on this defense in terms of snaps?
Same thing as everybody, just inconsistency, you know what I mean, and just keep on getting better and better each week.
We saw Deon Thompsin take on a little bit more of a role this past week. What did he show you to earn that place?
He's been very good in practice, and again, he's a guy just with his size and background. He's kind of played all across the front. We've played him at end, we've played him at tackle. I think probably tackle's probably his natural spot. So now that he's going to be taking more reps in there, I think he's going to keep on getting better and better each week.
How has Kobe Pepe progressed since you got the job here?
Man, he's gotten a lot better. Just from small things like his hand placement to getting off blocks. His pass rushing has gotten better. He's a guy that when he's out there, I trust completely.
Do you expect Jahdae Abasiri to play more going forward, or is that to be determined?
I do. Each game's going to be a little different, but he's a guy that we want to get playing time because I think the development in games is going to be huge. He's been doing a great job in practice. He just has to apply it to games.
What's the hardest thing to replace when Gentry's on the sideline?
The versatility. There's normally when a guy is out, you just put in his backup and you do the same stuff. You really don't have a backup Eric. There's no one else that can do all the stuff that he does, so that's the biggest challenge.
Do you guys it takes stuff out of your playbook?
It just makes us have to use guys a little bit different.
Do you guys see Desmond Stevens as kind of that guy immediately behind Easton and Mason right now in that linebacker room?
Yeah, Dez has been the backup Mike So, he's really been staying in that spot, not trying to put too much on his plate.
What has Jameel Mohammad shown you so far this year? I mean, he had a ton of sacks early on last year and then kind of tapered off a bit. I know sacks aren't everything, but what has he shown you?
He's done a better job stopping the run, holding an edge, being strong at the point of attack. And he's a guy, again, that has a big influence on the team. Like the way he practices, the way he studies, the way he carries himself has a big impact on the other guys.
Minnesota's personnel, who catches your eye on tape?
I think their quarterback is a very good player. He has a ton of experience. He can make every throw. They do a really good job of making their play action look exactly like their run game. They do stuff from a schematic standpoint that challenge you downfield, so we have to make sure our communication's on point, and we're doing a great job defending the deep balls.